Hi guys, welcome back to the Wolf Den. A few packages have arrived today, so I'm going to do a couple of little unboxings. I apologise, everything is a little bit everywhere right now. Everything's a bit all over the place, so a little bit cluttered. But I will try and sort of individualise some of this stuff. Right, so what came today? These packs of calipers. I know probably not very exciting for a lot of you who can probably get this stuff incredibly easily, but for me in Poland, and I know it's kind of strange, but I've been searching for these things around the hardware stores for a while and I just could not find them anywhere. I found only the dividers and they were very expensive for what they were, and these were very, very cheap. I'm not expecting them to be god quality, but I'm also pretty happy that I've got them because I've got 2 packs of them, so I can set them up. I have one set up for internal mortise and one set up for a tenon size and stuff like this. So pretty happy that they've arrived. Now this package came from Pen Kits Mall in China. I was looking for some hardware for bottle stoppers and stuff like this, and it's just, again, it's impossible to find in Poland. Wood turning is not popular in Poland. I think I've met, or not even met, but I've heard of 3 wood turners in Poland since I started turning 11 months ago, 10 months ago. And it's really not popular. It's impossible to get turning hardware. Even tools, lathes, I had to get my lathe imported. We make metalworking stuff in Poland, but not woodworking stuff, and it's crazy, yeah. But anyway, so it's impossible for me to find stuff. I found these Pen Kits Mall in China, very, very cheap but pretty good quality, stainless steel bottle openers. I think these work out to about $1 a piece, or just over $1 a piece, so really not so expensive, especially when you consider if I'd ordered these from America, they'd be about $3 each and the postage would be astronomical. So I got 5 of them. I've never turned anything, or I've never made any bottle openers before, so that's nice. We've got these 5 of these bottle stoppers. I've also never made bottle stoppers before, so I was really happy to find the hardware for these. Again, similar sort of price, like $1 or $1.50 or something each, and again, because you're buying in bulk, so the more you buy the cheaper they get. Some little candle cups to go in the top of wooden candle holders. There was a little section done by John at Roundabout Woodworks where he did something called Will It Burn, and the idea was to just let a candle burn down in an oak candlestick and just see what the reaction would be when the candle got to the bottom. Obviously you expect wood to catch fire, but you don't really expect a big solid piece of oak to catch fire so quickly from just a small flame like a candle. But once you get down to the stub and all the wax melts and that heats up, and then the wax catches fire, obviously, and yeah, it did not take long for this piece of oak to be burning, so it's obviously pretty dangerous. I think these might add a little bit more security to wooden candlesticks, so we've got 2 packs of them again. Like a pack of 5 was something like $1.50 or $1.80, so I got a couple of packs of those. And there was one other thing that came from there. Yes, a pen mandrel. Hooray! I've never owned a pen mandrel. They're always ridiculously expensive, at about 25 quid a go. And coupled with 30 quid postage, I'm just talking about what I found in England, they were always a little bit too much for me to justify, especially considering what I've been using up until now is my homemade pen mandrel. Basically this gets locked in the chuck, and then I bring up the tailstock in the other end. It means that I can only turn 1/2 of the pen at a time, which means there's a lot of measuring using my vernier calipers and everything, and it's a little bit of a process. I mean, I've made a few pens and they've all come out rather nice. I'm not going to complain about the results that I've got, but if this is off a little bit, just like the tiniest little bit, then yeah, you end up with 1/2 of the barrel of the pen being thinner than the other, and then you end up with all kinds of tear out and breakage and all of that kind of nasty business. I'm not going to lie, this worked for me, and it continues to work for me, considering it's just a scrap of pine which I cut a little mandrel onto and then bring up the tailstock. It did pretty well, but as I found this for $8. Pen mandrel MT2 lock-in nut, 5 bushings for slim lines and European style pens. I can't really complain, and considering I was making up the weight on the package because I'd only ordered those bits and the package was still pretty light, and the postage is preset for up to however many kilos or whatever, I thought I'll make up the weight, and I found this for $8 and I thought, why not? Why the heck not? So that's the package from Pen Kit Small China. Now, what else? Okay, from Germany, from Hobbyholz.de, as I've mentioned before, with these lovely bits of ash that got sent over. Yes. Ash. Yes. So, we've got some lovely spindle blanks. This is Rooster, and I am now drawing a blank in my mind as to what Rooster translates to. I did translate it and now I've completely forgotten, but I was looking mostly at the grain rather than the name, and yeah, probably someone will be able to put in the comments what Rooster is. But it's got a lovely grain. It does have a lovely grain, and yeah, I saw it, I wanted it, because I was looking for some spindle blanks, some long spindle blanks that I can make bobbins and crochet hooks from. I really enjoy making crochet hooks. It's a nice little job. It's great for practicing your skew, and they sell rather nicely. People like sewing and knitting. So we're making some more bits for the site. The site should be up soon, hopefully soon, as soon as I've got a little bit more stock to go on there, and I can finish off all of the bells and whistles for the website, and that'll be wolfywood.pl. I'm going to try and say it without the Polish accent. wolfywood.pl. This is in UAT mode now. You can still view it, but you can't buy anything. So yeah, look at that. That's really pretty Rooster. And I'm trying to remember what it is. And now I can't. Maybe I will translate it before I upload this video and I'll put it into the comments. Okay, apart from the Rooster, 6 lovely spindles of zebra wood. I've never turned zebra wood. Look at that figurine. It is very pretty. That is going to make some lovely little bits and bobs. And not only do I want to make some bobbins and some crochet hooks and stuff like this, but I've also got all of these lovely bits of hardware now that I need to use up. So I've got these bottle openers and bottle stoppers, although I've personally never ever seen the point in a bottle stopper. If you're going to open a bottle of wine, you're going to drink a bottle of wine. Why would you need a bottle stopper? Don't even need the cork after it comes out. Anyway, some lovely blanks of zebra wood. Look at that figure. It's like somebody's tried to practice their signature on it with a calligraphy pen. Beautiful. Beautiful wood. Really nice. Really nice. Awesome. And the one that I was kind of most excited about, to be honest, because I've never turned this either, is some olive wood. And I've wanted to turn some olive for a long time because I've seen how beautiful this wood is when it's turned out and when it's oiled up, and I haven't had a chance. I was in Greece recently. I was desperately looking for someone who had some olive wood that they might give me or sell me. I would have definitely paid some money to take some olive wood back with me, but I could not find it anywhere. And of course in Greece they just use it as firewood, so it's probably why I couldn't find any, because it was all on fire. Although I went there and it was about 35-40 degrees, so I don't know why anyone would want a fire going in that heat. Okay, and that was the delivery that came from Hobbyholz.de. I'm going to bung that link in down the bottom again, because Hobbyholz, really good source of really lovely wood in Europe, and probably postage to the UK would not be that bad either. And they've not just got regular woods, but also exotics. I mean, I'm not sure if olive is considered to be particularly exotic, but it's certainly exotic for me. But they also have things like pink ivory and bloodwood and stuff like this, so well worth checking out. Hobbyholz.de. Really nice guy, Mark, that owns the place. Very communicative. and very, very good prices, good postage, very, very fast service. So highly recommend Hobbyholz. And finally, a final package which came, I've been waiting for a little while, but it came with a very slow courier from English Woods. And they also have a very fine selection of English domestic woods. Not just your sort of standards, but also some lovely spalted beech, like proper beautifully spalted beech bowl blanks, and some English yew and stuff like this. Yeah, very pretty woods. Anyway, this arrived today. Just a nice little gift pack. They do lovely little gift packs, basically, for not too much money. You can get a nice little box of spindle blanks or bowl blanks, or a combination of the two, with some pen blanks thrown in, or some premium bowl blanks and stuff like this. Great little gift packages, especially if you've got a wood turner in the family and you don't know what to buy them for a Christmas or a birthday present or something like this. Then go check out English Woods. I'll bung a link down in the comments again so you can find it if you don't already know it. So what came? Some nice beech. I like turning beech. It's very, very nice. Some ash. I also love turning ash. Yes, we like turning ash. Ash is very, very nice. Some holly. I've turned holly before. It's very, very nice to turn. Quite soft. Little bit porous, but you take those very, very light cuts with very, very sharp tools, and you can get a lovely finish on it. And sometimes it's got a nice little dark quality to the grain. It's not visible quite now, but similar to lime wood, when you get that sort of dark inside that you weren't expecting. Some olive ash, again, very pretty wood. Look at the figure there, that's lovely. Basically, I've bought these mostly for either combining with these things or for making boxes, things of this nature. Maybe this is not quite big enough for a proper box, but plenty big enough for a pill pot or for a toothpick pot, something like that. All of these. What have we got here? Sycamore. Oh, I love to turn sycamore. Again, it's quite porous sometimes, but it's such a lovely wood. I love to turn sycamore. And it's got some nice patina to it as well. What have we got now? Some spalted beech. You know I like to work with spalted beech. Got a few pieces of spalted beech in my collection, or that I've already created. Lovely grain, lovely figure, beautiful. Iroko. I've worked with Iroko a few times. I like turning Iroko. You can get a really nice finish off it straight off the tool if you work sharp and soft enough. A big chunky block of lime. I don't know how many of you have worked with lime. It's a traditional carver's wood because it is very soft. But again, this is like I was saying with holly. Sometimes you get these dark lines inside there that you wouldn't normally expect in such a light wood, and it can have a lovely, lovely figure to it. And not only that, I can tell you, because this is also a piece of lime, and I used it to cut a mandrel for making a ring, which is there. That's Indian ebony, by the way, that ring. I need to remake it though, because I'm not happy with the result completely. That's the lovely thing about ring cores, is you can just take them apart again and remake. And finally, oh, what was I going to say? Yeah, the piece of lime. When you're turning lime, the smell is incredible. I mean, you kind of expect fruit woods to smell like the fruit. I mean, if you've never turned something that's fruit, you kind of expect it to smell like it, and it doesn't always. Apple doesn't really smell like apple. Plum doesn't really smell like plum. Cherry sometimes smells a little bit like cherry. But lime really, really smells citrusy when you turn it. It's lovely, lovely, lovely smell when you're turning. And finally, a piece of sapel. I'm not 100% sure how that's pronounced, but never turned it. Always wanted to. Seen a lot of people turn things out of sapel, and it always looks gorgeous. Really lovely colour. That's not just the light, this has a sort of reddy brown iridescence almost. Lovely piece of wood. Again, nice little spindle blank. This is the only one out of that package that I've not turned before. Generally it's like a random box that they send you that's already pre-packed full of stuff. And I think if you get in touch with them beforehand, maybe you can make some special requests. I think I did that once, but generally if I do buy something from there, I just pick a box and they send me a pre-packed box. I'm always hoping to get some stuff that I've never turned before. In this case I got Sapil, so happy about that. Lovely. Anyway, I've got to go and find space for all of this wood, and should probably stop buying wood for a little while, at least until I turn some of it out. It's just you just can't help yourself, can you, when you're buying wood, when you're looking at wood? Can't help yourself at all. Oh yeah, I also found these lying in the street, if you can believe it. Table legs, I guess. Look like table legs. Sound like solid wood. Well, that sounds like metal, but look a little bit like teak. I know they use teak to make furniture, and I like teak, and that little sort of grain, it does kind of look like teak to me. And they were just lying in the street, 4 of them. The table was pretty knackered, but the legs are all in pretty good condition. Waste not, want not, and I don't waste because I do want. Always up for free wood, aren't we? Always. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me in the Wolf Den once again. And hopefully the next video that comes out of me is going to be another turning. I really hope so. Let's get on with it. Cheers.